Since the inception of the Casiotone keyboard, dating all the way back to 1980, we have one here, the idea has always been to make music accessible, easy, and fun. Today, Casiotone is alive and well with the relaunch of the CT-S series. We have the CT-S500 behind us, completely packed with 800 tones, a sequencer, recording, Bluetooth, sampler. It's incredible. Let's check it out. Let's talk about why Casiotone is the next cool keyboard for you.
Hi, this is Ted with Alamo Music Center in beautiful downtown San Antonio, Texas.
I'm Patrick Marr. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out our other videos, sign up for notifications, like our videos, leave us comments. We appreciate your support and we love to interact with you. Casiotone.
It's a fun machine.
It's a fun machine.
It's a fun machine.
But not Baldwin's fun machine.
No, it's a machine that's fun to play with.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Casio has become a household name for many reasons.
It is, and you know, it was built on this one great premise, affordability. That's what I loved about Casio, because it meant, especially their Casiotones, it's like their products were always made to be affordable, nice, fun gift giving. They had watches, they had little calculators. Then they got into the music business with the Casiotone we had at the beginning. That was in 1980. Mm-hmm. And so since then, they've always been developing some kind of keyboard to have at current market, always current price market, and deliver as much as you can. And so part of where they're at now with this one, this CT-S500, they have rhythms, they have drum patterns, they've got, I don't know, 700 or 800 sounds in it that are good sounds, mm-hmm. and then they have a 6-track recording studio, and they have all these digital effects. You can take any sound and run it through their digital signal processing, put flange, chorus, all that.
It's really cool.
A bunch of organs and different kind of organ sounds. You can jam on it. It's set up for you to just start making music right away and maybe start organizing your thoughts into putting together your own little songs and jams.
Yeah, and it's all bundled at a price point under $350. And it's it really is not only for someone who's just getting started in music. Like a lot of times in this price range, and really with Casio, sometimes people think, oh, this is a beginner thing. This is, and they put it in a box immediately because of the name Casio. And sometimes, there's just things that are said about brands. But it really, I think it hits really hard, and this is accessible to anybody because it's someone could take it on the road with them. It's got, it's got batteries. You can do 6 AA batteries in the back instead of having it plugged in. Right. It's got straps, so you can treat it like a keytar if you wanted to. It's really about just
10 pounds.
Yeah, and it's got a grip. The handle to grip it and just carry it around is incredible. It's really just built to be enjoyed, and like you said, it's built to be fun. It's built to not have to think about, oh, I got to plug in my system over here to record this or take a sample off this.
Turn it on and go.
And in our world, there's so many things that overcomplicate for the sake of getting something perfect. And sometimes it's overwhelming to get started in your home studio, or if you're trying to pick up and be like, hey, I want to make something cool, or I just want to
right.
kick it for a couple hours and make a little bit of music. This kind of is a self-contained unit that really allows you to explore new sounds. 800 tones is a lot of sounds. If this would have come out even 15 years ago, it would have been $2,000.
It would have been an awesome machine. The other thing that's really neat about it, it's got this screen that tells you everything. But what I like about it is you have instant access with these buttons underneath for whatever they list right on top.
Yeah, it's split.
Split. So if you go to
transpose.
the DSP, if you go to the, to get your signal processing, all these change to chorus, and they change to different effects mm-hmm. and different kind of things. And it's really, really neat because it's got conceptually, all the thought of everything professional in a keyboard is in here.
They designed it instead of an engineer being like, okay, I want to put everything in there and there's menus you dig through and all this stuff. It's let's think about it from someone who's actually playing it. What are the most looked for buttons,
right.
and what do they need to see on the screen? So I mean, let's get right to it. Let's start playing it. Let's look at some of the features while we play it, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about what Casio is doing with the Casiotone and looking forward as this line progresses, and really I think is making its statement as a great price point for a beginner musician. So let's take a listen.
So fun and exciting to demo a keyboard that just gives you the thrill and excitement of being a kid with a cool little gadget.
Yeah, I mean, I immediately think of like road trip. Like this thing can just be in the back seat.
Yeah.
And it's got speakers on it if everyone wants to listen. It's got a headphone jack if no one wants to listen. Really, it's just open for everybody. It's got a really cool Bluetooth adapter that comes with it, and that connects to your phone, and you're able to sample immediately right off your phone. So if you play music off of it, it will take up to a 10-second sample. You can loop that. You can start creating with.
It also has a manual input in it, so you could microphone it.
Yeah, so it's really trying to give you everything at an affordable price. And so I mean, this is something that I would recommend to pretty much anybody, not because of the price point, but just because of the versatility of
the simplicity. This is something to think about. Add up all the features and consider this: you can get it with batteries. I mean, that means you can pick it up and put it. I mean, you can walk off with batteries with it.
Sometimes in this day and age, it's kind of no fun to have to be able to go plug something in, and we're like, hey, can it just be wireless? Like,
Right.
There's so many wires for everything. Why can't it just be like I can take it with me?
But for a battery-powered thing and the portability, the accessibility, they prove that right there. Less than 10 pounds, you take it with you. It runs on batteries, but you get all like a mini keyboard studio with hundreds of sounds and things to do in there, and also it does 6-track recording.
You can manually assign the different knobs. It's got a pedal input, so you can have
You can control your pedals. You can control these knobs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to run filters through here, and I have to tell you that in the early 2000s, I was living in Mexico, and someone lent me a Casio keyboard, and it was one of their top of the line ones. It cost like a couple $1,000, believe it or not. And it was like a Casiotone, but the other part of it was a synth. And it had all the synth controls in it, and you could make and adjust any sounds you wanted in it. And it was probably it was probably about this size, if not a little smaller, but I was so impressed with all the things they put inside that keyboard. And it worked.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I can
reliability.
say.
Casio is known for being reliable. What would you say about the keys? So these aren't exactly weighted keyboard.
They're not weighted keys, and you probably wouldn't really expect that with something that is as affordable and also battery power driven, because a lot of times you don't see wooden keys and batteries. But I tell you what they did do with it is a touch sensitive, touch control keyboard. It's not weighted.
So the more you play in the
more
dip
you lay into
expression,
it, the more you get out of it.
So there's even some sounds in there that modify, the sound modifies based on what you're playing. So it will do different inflection on different parts like pads.
Right.
And it will be more attack or more,
You can bring
After
some
Effects.
of those out on top if you wanted to.
So this is just I think a home run product for a kid for Christmas, or for a teenager who wants to explore music production. It really kind of fits in a lot of different cubbies. And then as for the college student who wants to have something to go to the park, play it, go to the library, play it, it's really a cool product, and I think it can fit in anybody's lifestyle. And it's so portable, and it's relatively affordable that it's I think it's something everyone should consider if they're looking to expand their
budget-orientated keyboard, man.
If you're looking to expand your musical, your musical journey, it's something that just is fun. So that's our endorsement on the product. I think it gives 2 thumbs up. Really a great product, and we're excited to see what Casiotone does in the future, especially in this price point where it makes it
Absolutely, it's a fun thing.
So thank you guys for watching. Ted Barsalou, I'm Patrick Marr with Alamo Music. If you've owned a Casiotone, maybe one from the past, maybe one of the more recent ones with the CT-S series coming out, in the last couple years, but the 500 coming out just this last January of 2022. Please leave some comments. Let us know what your experience is owning it and what you've loved about it, what maybe you wish they had added as a feature set. I'm sure that will be very helpful for people who are curious about adding this to their arsenal. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.